We're still under the effects of haste, though, I believe.
Yes, you are. Welcome,
Okay.
welcome to Braunhaven. We'll be picking up where we left off 2 weeks ago. We had last week off. These guys are where we left off. These guys are in a large battle with the remainder of Atli Bothverson's war band, and they went out and they. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. They went out and they kind of not necessarily sided with. Well, they did. They sided with Atli, and they went back to the town of Kavia, and they um, liberated his girlfriend, who is the Jarl's daughter, and Signy is her name. They liberated her from being locked in her room and reunited her with Atli, and her and Atli promptly said, "Well, okay, this is kind of what we wanted. Not 100%, but you can't. The baby's gone. So if the baby was still around, I suppose you could raise it from the dead, but um, you know, it is no longer around." And so they said, "This is 90% of what we wanted," and they packed up their shit and they left. The last that anybody heard from them is that they were going to smuggle themselves out of Stagina and possibly go to way to the southeast to Erebachia. So I mean, I suppose that in the future, um, those characters might be seen again. There could be a tie-in somewhere, but they are gone. But the war band themselves, being a war band made up of bandits and brigands, and there were a couple of minotaurs. There's some frost giants. Um, they, being a war band, were in it. They weren't really in it for Atli's cause. They were in it for. They would take any cause. It didn't matter what the cause was. They were in it for the loot that they were going to get from sacking Kavia and the farmsteads in the region. And come to find out, the farmers in the region were more on Ali's side than even his own warband was. Because a lot of the farmers, they didn't have to be sacked. They were freely giving aid to Atli and the warband. And so this is nobody's been able to confirm that that was going on, but there have been a lot of rumors, and that, of course, has been an issue with the Jarl of Kavia. Like his own farmers in his fiefdom are have been possibly giving aid to the enemy against his fortress town, and so there is a little bit of contention there. But now that Atli and Signy are gone, the warband is like, okay, well, we're just gonna continue with Plan A, and we want to sack Kavia. So these guys are in Atli's camp and are dealing with that threat. They don't feel that it is fair to the people of Kavia to lose their town, and so they have come in and they are going to uh, basically put an end to this warband, and they are in the process of doing that quite handily. But and I'm glad I made a note of this. So I forgot to do it last week, and didn't really, or 2 weeks ago. Not really forgot. Um I opted to give you guys an XP bonus, and the reason for that XP bonus, I gave you a bonus of 2,000 XP points that you'll get at the end of today's session, and the reason for that was your role playing and decision on rescuing Signy and basically pairing them back together and essentially liberating the couple. Because that's kind of the good thing to do. In fact, it's I'm going to be honest. It's not even something that I had planned to. And it wasn't even written as a possibility in the adventure. So, good on you. You have there's an achievement you've unlocked. You sat in a chair. Achievement unlocked. So you will get that at the end of today's um, thing, and I'm gonna have to add up a little bit more XP here, which I will do in but a moment. We would like to remind you that we do have a merch store via Zazzle. We've got hoodies and t-shirts and buttons and whiskey rocks glasses and beer steins, and there's a fleece blanket. We've got all sorts of stuff. And in fact, the hoodies have charcoal pictures of the characters from today's game. And so if you're following along and you want a Braunhaven hoodie with one of these characters, they're available. Um, that store helps us cover a lot of the minor subscriptions that creep up every month. Um, Roll20 Pro and Incarnate Pro, which was used to make this map in particular, but also Filmora, the software that we use to make these videos. So if you want to help us make ends meet, go get yourself a hoodie, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. Also, a side note, I have we're not getting a lot of money off of those individual items. I have kept the prices low. Um, I of course I don't know where a lot of this stuff's made. I'm going to venture a guess and say that most of those hoodies are coming from Taiwan, China, wherever. Um, I have no control over the tariffs and whatnot. Those materials are supplied by Zazzle, and I am sure that that is where those are probably coming from. So I have kept the profit margin extremely low. I think it's like, when I say low, I mean it's really low. I think it's like 1.2% on every sale. So it's way down there because I know that people like swag, and it irritates me when I want something. Oh, there's a D&D T-shirt, and the T-shirt with printing should only cost you maybe $20, but because it's a D&D shirt, it's going to cost you 55. And I'm like, no, screw that. If you want the stuff, I keep the profit margin as low as possible, just enough for us to keep the channel going. So thank you to everybody who's purchased something, and for those who are interested, just know that I'm trying to keep that as low as possible. I do the same thing with my books. All right, let me add up. Let's see, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 8, and they are calculator. Oh, those guys are worth more than I thought. Okay. So, yeah, I'm giving you guys, I'm calculating this because I am confident you are going to be successful. So we got a Minotaur. Oh, did you kill? Yeah, you killed both the Frost Giants already. So the Minotaur. There's XP given for killing the Ox. Uh,
We kill the ox?
Well, we should.
Yeah, at this point, right?
I like beefsteak.
Ah,
Free meal.
Okay. 20 of those motherfuckers. Yeah, there's still a lot of XP on the table here for you. Which I know is why part of the reason why you're doing this is because you want to pad your levels a bit. Okay. I think that's, yeah, that is all of it. Okay. So we were, where we left off, we were at the almost the top of the round. Mira already went, but we left off on Alora. What does Alora want to do? Looks like you got a couple of bandits, and Alora is currently flying on her broom.
Yeah. I'm hasted, so I should use the dagger because I can do that twice.
Correct.
Okay, that's a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, I'll get this 2d4 plus 1 for 4.
Okay, and your second attack?
Is 10 to hit? Probably doesn't.
That one is a miss. So you
And
hit on the first time, and the dagger sticks into this bandit's shoulder, flips back to your hand. You throw it a second time, but it flips, just misses, and goes kind of around his neck and comes back into your hand. The brigands finally get to do something because I forgot about them last time. You know, there, that's better. At least now I can see more of the map. Let's see here. Man, I am going to grab them in chunks. There is just an acre of these guys. Yeah, they're not going to run into combat and get themselves killed. With no ability to do anything, that would be dumb. I think the bandits, or the brigands, are probably smarter than that. No. Split these guys. Have those guys move, and that is what the brigands. They might be able to. So these guys. Yeah, that's fine. Those guys are going to.
Oh yeah, I'm big now.
Yeah, you're enlarged.
Yep.
I'm going to mark these guys because these guys are mounted. They are mounted cavalry with lances.
Oh.
So they will be doing a charge on their next turn on somebody. Probably Dentry.
I mean, I am mounted.
Yeah. Gonna get in. Oh man! So I have made vast progress on the final the finale book of for Braunhaven, the first edition, and there are rules in there that I've extrapolated from both Castles and Crusades and the Dungeons and Dragons basic, or not basic, companion box set. So there are rules for mass combat that I extrapolated from CNC's Fields of Battle and made it simple for, but it's a vast simplification for old school essentials. Very fast playing, and then the other one that I did, the other set of rules directly from Companions box set is Dominion level rules. So there are rules in there for each character for ruling a kingdom from your stronghold. And hold on, I gotta fix my webcam. There we go. So those are in there, and part of the Dominion level rules are holidays and things like that, and tournaments. And so there are rules for jousting. So Dentry's going to have a lot of fun with this. You know, you can go do jousts, and it describes the different kinds of lists that are a part of a tournament, and there's all sorts of stuff in there. So that is
Yay.
what the what's the movement on your horse, Dentry?
Movement on my horse is shit. Where are you, Warhorse? 40 feet.
It is 40 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be why these guys have a move of 40. Why do... Interesting. The footmen also have a movement of 40, but that could be because of their... Yeah, they're wearing leather shield, or leather armor and shield. Okay. But they do have short bows. So these two guys down here...
I guess that's the smart thing to do against Dentry.
One
Shoot him
guy.
from a distance.
One guy here. He's going to take a shot at Borman. He can do that.
-2.
Yep. Nat 20. How's that for the first roll of the game?
All right.
So you will take
-2.
you will take 6 points, and another book I forgot to open. Dun, 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 dun. So many books. It is right there. Combat. All right. 13. Ooh. Ooh. So Borman has a punctured lung from the arrow. Your constitution is reduced by 50% per round until 0. And then death.
Unless he's healed?
Unless he's healed. That is a good critical hit. Okay. So next round, you will take... your constitution will drop by half. A round after that, it will drop by half again, putting you at 0, where you would then expire. Malachi, what would you like to do?
Malachi is going to... Yeah, I guess everybody right there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so all those people need to save versus spells, save for half the soul lightning.
Okay.
21. That's really not that good. But anyway, 21,
That's a lot
save
of
for
ones.
half.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
They need to get a 12 or better. So they will take half. So they will take,
10.
I guess 10. All right.
Yeah. But those are their mounts, too, if they're mounted.
True. 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 Wish there was a way to just mass group them and say, you're all taking 10 points. Okay, so a blast of purple lightning shreds out of these guys' very souls, dealing 10 points of damage to the entire group.
That's the ox too, ain't it?
Yes, the oxen. I didn't even put tokens on here for the oxen, but yes, the oxen are not looking healthy. I mean, assuming we're we're going against Catholicism. Yes, the oxen do have souls, and they get lightninged as well, and they are looking not good. Truth be told, the oxen are only worth 75 apiece, but I'll throw them on here just in case.
Well, you got 2 of them right there already. I don't.
Right. Well, they're not
Whatever
tokens.
those are.
They're not tokens.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I was just saying that they got hit. I
No,
don't
that's fine.
care if they.
I'll give you the fucking XP for it. That's not a big deal. I'm not gonna
Well,
I'm not gonna quibble about another 150 points of XP. The bandits. They can't get to. Now, these guys are both going to attack Mavis because she's on the ground and in their face. Is Mavis wearing a displacer cloak?
No.
Okay. So, first bandit, a 19.
No.
Okay.
We're good.
And second bandit, 23.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 4 points on Mavis. So, first one swings and misses. The second one bites into her upper arm and cuts a gash into her arm. What would Mavis like to do?
I should probably make my way over to Borman since he got really fucked up.
Yeah. He's
I don't know if they get
literally got a sucking chest wound.
Yeah, I need to yank it out or heal him or something.
They would get a auto if you want to run over there. They get an automatic attack at +2.
Yeah, go for it.
First attack, 18 is a miss. 22.
Yeah, that hits, so I get some damage.
Another 4 points of damage. He slashes across Mavis's back, and she keeps running to get over to Borman. What are you doing when you get to Borman?
I'm gonna lay my hands on him, I guess, do some cure light. Well, how much damage did he take?
I only took 6 points.
Yeah, he only took 6 points, but it was the critical that caused the sucking chest wound.
So I need to heal that so that he doesn't lose constitution every round, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do that then. He could get 7 back if he was missing that many, but
so it raises him back up, and she basically cracks off the fletching and pushes the arrow all the way through. It comes out Borman's back. She pulls the arrow out and then casts Cure Light Wounds on Borman, kind of sealing that wound up and stopping the loss and his gasping air. He has a couple of coughs left as he spits up some blood, but something about the size of a kiwi. But he thinks he'll be fine. There's nothing missing. The Frost Giant is dead. So, Jackson, what would you like to do?
Jackson, I mean, I guess, like, Gentry's like, leave this one to me. He is mine to kill. Because, honor and blah, blah, blah.
Where is Jackson? Oh, you are up there fighting the Minotaur. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm going to turn around, seeing Laura got left solo. Like, well, let me help y'all out. I'm going to do a little stepperoo. Does that give the Minotaur?
Yeah, because you're not making a fighting withdrawal. So he gets a free swing at +2.
Alora's in a tree too, so it's like If you don't want to,
if you don't want to do that, she's up, and now that Mavis has run away, they could grab a spear, but I don't think they have any spears left. I think they already threw them.
I'd rather engage them than wait for them to turn around and come at me either way, because they're right there.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
The Minotaur will swing on Jackson's flank.
Does get a -2 to that +2 because Dentry is engaged.
Okay, so actually, that would be a 17. That doesn't hit you, does it?
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
So yeah, the Minotaur swings his battle axe and just misses as Jackson runs over to deal with the bandits.
Bandits. It's like, hey, bandit, do you really need a head? I don't think you do. Oh, darn.
A 21's
Still a
going to hit
but
either way.
4 points.
All right.
And since still hasted,
you get to go.
I'll go for it. What I meant to say was, how about that?
Yeah, this bandit, you slash out and end this bandit. He's done. Borman, what would you like to do now that you can actually breathe again?
Yeah, I've got to fight right here in my face, and I might as well just start cutting through the guy in my face. The 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
That's +2, so that's 9 points of damage.
And you slash out and decapitate this bandit. Not a clean cut either. Not like Jackson's Vorpal. Like you decapitate him at like the jawline.
All right, let's step up and swing again on this next guy, which is 25 to hit.
That is also a hit.
So that'll be 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you then turn and immediately stab this guy. He's still standing. He kind of shirks back a bit. Goodman.
Well, Goodman sees all that shit coming up that way. So he's going to move up here a little bit, kind of center himself, and then he's going to throw a hammer at that guy.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes, it does.
6 + 3 is 5.
Okay. So the hammer pings off the guy's forehead and comes right back to his hand.
I'm going to throw again then.
Yep.
And 9 points of damage.
Ouch. You smack him this time in the chest, and you kind of hear something crack, and it comes back, and he's like, then when the wind is knocked out of him, he kind of takes a step back and then steadies himself again. Peppermint.
Time to slash some bandits, hopefully. Let's see. 9 to hit probably doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. How about 14?
That is a hit.
Okay, cool. And it is. Okay, I need to put 8. 10 for 10 points.
Oof. Ouch. Okay, so she swings the first time, and the bandit kind of deflects with his short sword, and she brings it back around on the backswing and gashes his chest. But he's still standing. The Minotaur is going to have to do something about Dentry and his big-ass horse. So the Minotaur is going to swing his battle axe. He can't gore because he'd have to run for a gore. And he's not gonna.
Is he going for Dentry or the horse?
That's a good question. He's gonna swing at the horse. What's the horse's age?
I should have kept my damn mouth shut. 7. Oh, 12. 7, 12, 12.
12. Okay. So he swings his battle axe. No, he misses. The horse rears up, and the Minotaur swings his battle axe like he was going to try and cut the horse's legs out from under him, and the horse rears up. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Sweet. Dentry goes, for honor! And probably misses.
No, a 14 hits.
Oh, shit.
Oof.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's 26 because you're double damage.
Right! Thank you for reminding me about the double damage.
Yes, Dentry brings the battle axe straight down as the horse comes back down from rearing up. Dentry uses that additional momentum and just buries the battle axe into the top of the Minotaur's head down to his fucking neck. Just, and the Minotaur falls.
Hell yeah. Now, with my haste, can I then move?
Yes, you can move double your normal movement. Or quadruple if you're running.
All right, so then I guess the question is, how do you want me to handle this? Because what I want to do is kind of have Dentry kind of, what's the way I want? Kind of want to have him like run through.
So he's doing a charge.
Yeah, charge.
Okay.
Can I go through, or do I have to stop at the first one?
That's a very good question. Let me look what it says. It says other combat issues. Once per combat, a character may charge into melee and attack. Character moves at least 20 feet or 20 yards in wilderness. I don't know why you would have to do 20 yards in wilderness. A charge is a charge. That's a stupid rule. Before attacking, there must be a clear run. Yes, you have a clear run. You gain a +2 bonus to attack. Your AC is penalized by 1. Weapons that may be braced against charging monsters are also effective against charging characters. Okay, so then my question is, so they have.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually. Ooh, that's a bad idea because they have lances.
They have, but they can't brace. So.
Well, right, because they're mounted.
They can't brace. Your charge would have, according to what this looks like, your charge would have to end at this guy. If you had, for instance, if you had 2 attacks, you could continue through and go to the next guy. Is what my ruling would be on that.
Okay.
Snapping. You guys are annoying me.
I dig it. Then I will do that to the first brigand.
Okay. Just let me. That's better. Go ahead and make your attack, and you get a +2 to that.
All right. Well, since I already have it pre in here, I'll just add the 2 after. 24.
That is a hit. For 12. Okay.
No, it's 24.
That's right. It's 24 because he's doubled. Ouch. And that is a good enough hit. This guy is going to have to make a save versus wand. Yeah, he's going to have to make a save versus wands.
Versus what?
Wands.
Wands.
Or be dismounted. And he gets no plus to that. He's got to roll a 9 or better. And he succeeds. You run up and charge him and slash him. Your horse also gets an attack. Actually, your horse.
I don't because I charged.
Oh, that's right. You are correct, sir. And so, yeah, Dentry rushes forward and slashes this guy. Mira, what are you doing?
Hey, wait a second. Rider's lance inflicts double damage. So you said any weapon inflicts double damage? That was your ruling?
No.
Only a lance does.
Only a lance would. You ran up and hit him with a sword, correct?
Okay, just wanted to make sure that like your ruling was. I can't remember if you made that ruling before or not. Okay. So lance would do double. Regular weapons just do their normal. Okay.
Correct.
Because I was going to say, if so, that might be quadruple damage.
Yeah. No, that only applies to to lances
Lance.
because that's kind of what they're designed to do.
True. It's like extra piercing damage, basically.
Right.
What I'm hearing is I need a lance.
Not a bad idea if you're going the night route. Mira.
Oh yeah, Mira, Mira, Mira on the wall. Where the hell are you on this map? Okay.
Down here.
She does not like that bandit went after Borman. That was the bandit that did the whole
No, it
piercing
was a
damage, right?
brigand down here.
Oh. Her protective net. Ooh, shit, no. She wants to, but Borman probably. Dentry's like, don't you do it.
Right.
So go after the one right in front of her because she wants to rush into danger, but that's bad idea.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't be stupid. So, one attack miss. 17.
That is a hit.
Okay, that's 2d4.
All right. So Mira slashes out with her tentacles and slashes this bandit. He is not looking very good.
But since she's hasted, she gets 2 more.
Correct. That's a hit. That's a hit.
Wait.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. She just shreds this bandit like she's playing with a catnip mouse.
Gotta protect my friend.
We are back to Alora.
Okay. Let's do some more dagger attacks on the bandit.
Okay.
15 to hit?
That is a hit.
Cool.
For 3.
For 3.
Whittle him down. And so it comes you hit him in the chest and it snaps back to your hand. Next attack.
This is 13 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. Come on.
For 8.
That's better.
Wow. Smart. This time she kind of throws it and it nicks the side of his neck. And almost, I mean, there is a profuse amount of blood, but not enough to have come from, actually severing the artery. So there's this blood coming down his to his chest. He is badly wounded. I'm going to say that he needs to make a morale check. I mean, he is a bandit. He's here for money, not fame. And he fails his morale check and is going to run. Jackson, you get a free attack on him at +2. Yeah. Yes.
Did it roll? It didn't roll. Roll. Fucking, what are you doing? Just roll the damn die. There we go.
A 14
16?
is a hit. Or 16 is a hit. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, well,
One's galore.
He doesn't make it. He turns to run, and Jackson just slashes across his back and opens him up, and he falls to the ground dead.
I raise my sword to Alora and go, well done.
Brigands. I have to use strategery. These 5 are going to, well, So these 5 are going to loose arrows. 2 on Mira. She is displaced, so there's a -2. So 2 on Mira. 18 to hit.
The hell is Mira's AC? Yeah, that hits.
And the other guy, 18 to hit. So she's going to take 2d6 damage. For 6 points.
Okay.
And these 2 arrows are now sticking out of Mira. These 2 are going to fire on Borman at -2.
-2.
Yep. A 25.
Damn it!
And the other guy,
Ooh, shit.
off 20.
The 20 will miss,
Okay.
but the crit will hit.
Yep. So Borman takes 6 points of
6.
damage and 2. The arrow cuts. It flies past. What almost missed, but it is close enough that the head of the arrow slices a gash in Borman's head for an additional d4 damage of 2 points, and it knocked out some of Borman's teeth. So it came through his cheek, and he can't eat until he's healed. The other brigands, these brigands are going to move there. There we go. These brigands up here, this guy cannot charge. So he drops his lance and draws his sword. And he's going to move, and same with this guy. Tent in this guy's way. I think he can probably get there. Man, he can't make it all the way. He's going to go there. And then there's these jackwagons. They're going to go there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 on Dentry.
Bring it, bitches!
Get back to that page. They get a +7 to hit. 4 of them.
Minus. Oh, they don't get minus.
Nope, he's not wearing a displacer clip.
No.
16 is going to miss. A 19 probably misses, I'm guessing.
Yep.
You get to respond to all that, though, don't you?
A 20,
Oh, I will. I'll let him roll.
A 25, I'm sure hits.
25 hits.
These guys are using
It will be reposts to all of them.
sword for 5 points. And then the last guy terribly misses. You parry 3 of them, but one of them gets through and slashes you with his longsword.
Avengers all around. Oops, wrong one.
That's a hit.
Okay. Well, we'll just count that 6 then. Or it's 12.
Okay, so let's see. Let me drop.
Was it the one that I rushed? I'm going counterclockwise
well, I mean,
from the top.
he's one of the 4, yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah. And those
Okay.
dudes have been through a lot. So, I mean, God, I'm hoping he's about to fall.
All right. Well, I'm going counterclockwise from this one in my Avengers, so
okay.
you can.
Hold on
Yeah.
here. Let me fix that. Okay.
I figured that's the order they were attacking in. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Either way.
Okay.
So you're
Ninja number 2.
18 is a hit. 20.
10 points.
You
20. 20.
you slash this guy and he comes off his horse completely and is
Thank
dead.
God.
Ah.
Ooh.
Oh, look at
Ooh.
that.
Max damage.
Hell yeah. That's 26.
Ooh. Well, we don't have to roll for a crit because you bring your sword down and just cleave him in two.
I
Diagonally.
like this little big, extra big thing. This is fun.
And a 15 is a hit.
14.
Okay. So you slash these guys, killing two of them. Malachi, what are you doing?
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I don't want to measure real quick. All right. Well, I think then I think what I'm going to have to do is
Fireball?
no, I'm doing another soul lightning. I'm just trying to figure out where best to put it.
So
Right,
these guys are...
right there looks pretty good. Yeah, let's have all those dudes
I can
make save, and it'll be a bunch of damage. Hopefully,
Okay. They are brigands. They got
28 save for half.
12 or better. Ew, they are going to
Yes.
take 28.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, and those two bandits too. So
Yep. Yeah, they'll have to roll to see how much, or roll for a save. But first,
But wait.
okay, so that is a shit ton of damage. Brigands. Are steadfast and they are not going to run. The bandits need a 10 or better. No, they fail.
that's not, ain't it?
Nope, not yet. These
No.
are,
Oh,
Oh,
okay, but
these
they
guys got a
also
little bit
need.
of health on them.
They also
Yeah.
need to say or no. They fail their morale check and are going to run from the battlefield as quickly as possible. They are not in melee, so these guys run away. Okay.
that's fair enough, though. I'm okay with that.
So this soul lightning goes off again, and purple bolts of lightning rip out of each of them, striking one another, and there's smoke and the smell of ozone in the air. Bandits, man, there's only two of these bandits left. This one is going to swing on Peppermint, but he's making a fighting withdrawal. He thinks that the two that ran away are
Writings
probably
on the wall.
wiser. Is Peppermint wearing a displacer? No, she's not. She's got an elven cloak.
That's
So-
right.
Who got Dentry's displacer? I can't remember who got that.
I thought you gave
That
it to
is-
Peppermint.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh,
Oh no, she's got the elven cloak and boots.
I do.
Another
is it
Yeah.
Mavis that got it?
Might have been, yeah.
Maybe.
So
Lots
Yeah, I
of-
definitely gave it to somebody.
24 hits with a short sword. This bandit hits Peppermint for 5 points, and then is going to
Okay.
move 20 feet that way as he bravely runs away. Man, that snap to grid is fucking annoying. Okay. This. Oh yeah, this guy. He's not going to make a morale check. He's going to do the same thing, and he's not in melee, so he can do a full move to run away, and doesn't quite make it. Actually, no, he could only move 20 feet, but this guy can move 80, and he flees combat. That is all of the bandits, right? Yeah, there's only one bandit left. Okay. Mavis, what would you like to do?
I haven't done my big fancy thing. My 5th level spell.
Fuck
And there's a
yeah.
bunch of guys clustered over here, so it says a
Oh
5
yeah.
foot radius.
Yep. So that would be. Let's see what it says. It says
Like 2 square circle.
so you could essentially get 2 guys in one strike. Yeah, there's 5
That's it.
feet.
What are you
I
doing?
think it was like right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
then I get 4 or 5. I can't tell.
Yeah, you could get these 4. This guy down at the bottom you'd miss, but you could get these top 4. This one.
Well, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1d6 per level cleric, and I'm level 8.
And they save, they will take half.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, 7, 8. Let's count them up.
I'll give you this 5th one. That's close enough.
Okay, 20. 27.
Jesus. Okay.
And I need to mark the spell off. I can't do any
That's-
more of that today.
13.
What spell did you just do?
Flame Strike. I got 1 5th level spell, and that's it. So
Flame strike.
They don't have, even for half damage, they cannot take that. Golden fire comes down from on high and burns these guys into dust.
sweet.
These two witnessing the holy power of Mavis. Mavis's name is going to be quite funny in the future. Not funny because of her. Well, yes, kind of funny because of her name, but mostly because it will be, kind of absurd. But be like if Jesus' name was Bob. Have you allowed Bob
Man.
into your life? And
Hey.
actually, this guy too. They all need to make morale check. 11. They fail and are like, nope. They run at double speed, fleeing the battlefield. All right, so
Understandable.
that was worth it. Yes, after seeing, basically the fire coming out of the Ark of the Covenant just suddenly waste like 5 of your your closest friends, that will make anybody break. Jackson, what are you doing?
It's like, yeah, I'm good. That's like in Friday. You want some of this, old man? No.
No.
Okay.
Looks like you've
Alora's got
a
this brigand.
yeah. There's a brigand right there, a mounted brigand on a horse.
Laura and Goodman can handle that one. I've got all the movement in the world. Let me go deal with these two over here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they've got that. Ugh.
A 12. He parries your blow. These two have AC 16. So
Jerk.
that'll hit. Oof.
Nice.
Yeah. So he parries.
Parry this, bitch.
He parries the first attack, and then you kind of catch him on the backswing, and kind of get him in the ribs and slash him. Foreman, what would you like to do?
Well, it looks like it's pretty chill around this area now.
Yeah, there's one bandit left, and he's running.
Yeah, and so if that's the case, I'm gonna touch the right thing.
Wait, whose thing are you touching?
Oh, my own, so it's okay.
Oh,
Head right up in that dude's face and start hacking and slashing.
Okay.
See how he feels about all that. There's a 16 hit,
Yes, it does.
and he's going to take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit him again if he's still alive.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that
So
hits.
26 probably hits. Yeah, let's put another fucking 3 points of damage on top of all the other shit I did.
Okay, so you run up to this guy and you slash him a couple of times, but he's still on his horse, and you kind of get him in his leg, and he's the horse is rearing up and all pissed off. But these aren't war horses. They're brigands. Brigands generally can't. In this situation, the situation that they're in, brigands wouldn't have war horses. They're not, they're not getting funded by a military. So, but they are generally like ex-military. So these are just regular horses that they've probably taken from farmers. Goodman, what do you want to do?
Well, got to. Come on, Goodman. That double movement. I'm gonna run over to this guy that is right next to Samuel
Okay.
and swing my hammer at him. Hopefully a 16 hits.
Yes, it does.
This will be +3, so 8 points of damage.
Okay. Next attack.
And then I'll do it again.
Oh.
Yeah,
Max
that's gonna be max damage of 9, and I'll roll the d20 again for that
Yep.
bludgeoning damage crit. 10.
10. Crushing blow to opponent's chest. Somehow the dwarf jumped up and smashed this guy's chest in while he is mounted on a horse.
I could have technically thrown it.
You could have, yeah.
It is a thrower.
It is a thrower. Crushing blow to opponent's chest, collapsed lung. Roll a d10 for additional damage, and his con is cut in half.
9.
So he's going to take...
Damn.
Oh, well... Yep. You crush his chest, and he falls off of his horse on the ground, gasping. Will be dead by next round. And that's the end of that guy.
He'll
Pepper.
nod at Jackson.
Yeah, that
Got
was
your
effective.
back, bro.
That was effective.
Jackson looked over like, damn.
I would go so far as saying that was fucking dramatic. uh,
Okay, I'll kill my guy. I'll kill him. Shit.
what would Peppermint like to do?
Is the bandit running away?
Yes, he is
Okay, I'm
wildly
not gonna shoot him in
fleeing.
the back.
That's
Okay,
not
I'll
what heroes would
move.
do.
Yeah. If we want to find
I'll
him
move
later, we
over.
just got to follow the brown stain on the ground.
And
Seriously.
the blood.
Actually,
Yeah.
let's see. So, do we have double movement because of hasting, or is
Correct.
that
That's
am I
correct.
wrong? Okay, yeah, I can make it to the brigand then and swing.
Okay.
Okay, I get all these d6s out. 7 does not hit. I'm sure.
No, it does not.
Okay, 23 does though
Yes, it does.
for 10 points.
Ouch. So Peppermint runs up and brings her. What are you using? The battle axe?
Yes.
Okay. So she buries this battle axe in this guy's thigh, and there's just a shower of blood. His leg is kind of useless. He is not down with that. He makes his morale save. So he is in it to win it, I guess. He's got better training than the rest of them.
He got 2 attacks.
She missed the first one.
Oh, well, there you go.
Gentry.
Gentry is like, haha. Well met, all of you. You will die today, but you will die gloriously.
That's a hit. Oof.
That's
More to this guy?
24.
Oh, 20. Yeah, 24. Yeah, with 24, you bring your sword down and just annihilate this guy. You just drop a shattered body onto the ground.
And then I just kind of do an about face and next brigand. Oh.
That misses. You swing and he kind of parries it and dodges back. Mira, what would you like to do?
Mira's gonna realize she's been away from Jackson for far too long
Well,
and make her way over.
So Mira being a displacer beast, she's a displacer cat.
Yes.
Or a warp beast, as they're known in old school sense. Now I've got 3 different names for the same fucking monster. But anyways, she's that cat.
I thought warp dogs were different.
No, blink dogs.
Or blink dogs. It's
Blink
warp
dogs.
beast.
Are
Yeah.
different. But warp beast, displacer cat, and displacer beast are all the same creature, just with different names depending on what edition you're playing from. But she's a warp beast.
Still got double movement, though.
But she is a cat. And this guy's running. And if you know anything about cats,
Oh,
That's a good point.
I'm just saying that she would probably
I
go
about
over
it.
the fleeing.
I did think about it.
She would probably go after
Okay.
the fleeing guy. I'm just
Chase
pointing that out.
instinct.
You're not wrong. I'll play with my food.
Right. That's a hit. And that's a hit.
Ready.
4 and 5. And her second attack.
Still alive, eh?
Yep. That's a hit. That's a hit. And she chases after this guy and shreds him completely. He doesn't get to run away. She pounces on him.
He will be dragging his body back with her on her turn.
Yes, she pounces on the fleeing bandit like he's got catnip underwear. Alora.
Let's see. What can I do? Oh, there's a brigand not far from me. Okay.
Yeah, he's this guy on the horseback.
19 to hit with the dagger.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Oh, Alora drops a dagger right into this guy's face, and he just
Cool.
falls off the horse.
I think I need to move if I'm going to hit anybody else. I could do that though.
Well, let's see. Maybe.
broom.
Let's see. You're on the broom and you're up high.
Yeah,
You could hit the
think
guy that is fighting Jackson right now.
I'll try.
He's in range.
It is 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, cool.
For another 4.
Kill. Get him.
It's something.
Get him.
As far as this guy is concerned, out of nowhere, this dagger comes down and sticks into his shoulder and then flips back into her hand. He's like, what the hell? So, just a sidebar meta. This battle, to tell you how easy the Fields of Battle rules are that I converted over. For mass combat, this battle is almost identical. The only real major difference is that each of the units, like, say, this brigand right here, that would be, because they are humans, they would be considered medium size, and in a squad is 5 guys. And then if they're small, it can be 10 guys. So if there was like a squad of goblins, it would be 10 of them. And but it also allows for player characters to be considered hero units of 1. And what that allows you to do is you could have guys basically doing, wizards and whatnot, like what Malachi's been doing, casting spells. They can affect large numbers on the battlefield because the spell effects are the exact same. So if you cast a fireball, that's what, a 20-foot radius, and it deals that much damage to that number of squads. And the only major difference is that the squares or hexes on the map are 10 feet because a squad can engage with any other squad 10 feet on a side. And so, a magic user of any kind can deal massive amounts of damage to a large group of people on a battlefield. They are kind of, absolutely devastating. Dragons are devastating, but it allows for these mass, large-scale battles like what you see in like Game of Thrones and shit. And I'm really excited for that. That's going to be pretty cool.
If I had 3, if I were to enlarge Dentry, Borman, and Jackson, or even Peppermint, and then put a haste on them, I mean, double damage.
Just running through, you just see guys flying as they're getting hit.
They would just be like a buzzsaw. That would.
If I had cleave, we'd be good, because then I'd be like going through multiple bodies at once.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get you some levels.
So, brigands, this guy is going to charge Borman. He gets an additional +2 to his attack, which is negated by Borman's cloak.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he fucking... How do you miss on a charge? Borman deftly rolls out of the way of this guy's charge. And this guy also has a -1 to his AC, making his AC 15 now. Then this guy is going to swing on Jackson. Does Jackson have a displacer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I say what the question was.
This guy swings, and that's not where Jackson was. He misses. This guy is going to swing on Dentry. Yes.
Damn it.
For 8 points. And Man, I'm getting
Ooh, a crit.
a lot of 20 or today.
You are.
8. Oof. You take an additional 8 points of damage.
Ow.
Or I'm sorry, an additional D8, 2 points of damage. So you took 8 plus 2, and where he swings his sword, and he hits your left arm, and your elbow is shattered. That arm is crippled. So
Shit. No shield.
no shield, and so your AC drops by whatever shield you were using, at minimum of 1. But I think you had a plus to that too.
Yeah, my shield was actually decent.
You drop the shield, losing that AC bonus, and no two-handed weapon fighting. So you that arm is just hanging there limp.
Okay. You jerk.
These guys,
You still get a repost, don't you?
yes,
I do.
you do.
And with my other arm, I'm just doing math over here to like figure out what my AC is right now and shit.
Oh.
All right, right now my AC is 19 instead of 23. All right, well, I can still swing with my good arm.
That is a hit. Oof. Oh man.
22.
Oh yeah, 22. That's right, it's doubled. So you repost, and this guy, you stab him right through the mouth, and he falls off of his horse. These guys, seeing that your arm is crippled, are going to move in for the kill. This guy can make it to Goodmond. That's close enough. This guy can make it to Dentry. So on Dentry, 3 guys are going to swing on you. Get back to my...
Current AC is 19
Okay.
with the messed up arm.
12 is a miss. There's a 19 for a hit. For 4 points. Ooh, and a 26. I thought that was going to be a 1. For an additional 7 points.
Ow. Okay. You guys are doing some damage over here.
This
Repost,
guy,
repost.
Yes, that's right. You get 2 reposts.
I get 3.
Oh, that's
just
right.
because they missed. I mean that.
That's right. You get 3. That's a hit. For 11.
22
or 22. Right. Next one. That's a hit. 14.
14.
And that's a hit.
And I missed. Oh, it is?
It is. That's.
Oh, right. They're not mounted. Yeah, they're not the mounted ones. You're
correct.
Right. 26.
26. This guy, you cut his head off, and he falls to the ground in a mess.
You think me weak because I'm injured? I am only stronger now. Ah!
This guy gets a 17 as he swings on
wait, no, my bad.
Goodmond. That's probably a miss.
Goodman. Yeah, Goodman is 21.
Okay, so he swings and Goodman blocks. I'm sorry, Dentry. What was Dentry going to say?
No. We're good.
Okay. What would Malachi like to do?
Well,
Yeah, this battlefield is looking pretty weak for these guys. I don't think
yeah.
mounted guys probably not going to flee. It's something about these cavalry guys just think that they are, in almost every situation, they think that they are somehow superior because they're on a fucking horse. Like every time.
That's how I feel.
Footmen,
I feel better on a horse.
Footmen generally are the first to run, especially in the face of a cavalry charge, but
Goodman's gonna run across the battlefield at
that's
top
not good.
speed.
That's Malachi.
Malachi, I'm sorry, it's his turn.
Yeah.
Malachi's turn. He's coming over there to stand next to Dentry, and will pant heavily as that is his whole turn. As
Okay,
he
he's just
ran.
running ass over there.
Yeah.
Oh, bandits are dead. Mavis, what are you doing?
Let's take a look. I'm all the fucking way down here. Okay.
Don't forget, you
You
get
got that
double move, though.
broom.
Yeah, and you've got a broom,
Yeah.
too, which can also have double movement. So you can pretty much go wherever you want on this map.
Okay. I'll go over here.
Yeah, because with
and
the broom you can go over stuff too. So
Right.
wing on this guy, I think.
And
Or, well.
it's like what,
actually,
260 feet movement or something fucking crazy.
Is it
Or 160
Dentry the
feet?
one that got his arm fucked up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
It tickled.
do. Here you go for 5. I hope
Okay.
that helps.
So she
it helps.
slaps a heel on you, and you can feel the bones in your elbow knit back together suddenly, which probably doesn't feel all that great either. But you can move, you can use your arm again. However, your shield is still on the ground.
Okay.
You would have to dismount to pick it up. Jackson.
Jackson has a brigand in his face. How sturdy is this tent?
I mean, it's a heavy canvas tent. Either it's heavy canvas or probably like oiled leather.
Might be a nice vinyl blend.
Yes, it's made of vegan leather.
Okay, not sturdy enough for what I was going to do. I was going to kind of like, if it had been the big tent, probably, but this is like a smaller tent. I was going to do like a kind of a jump off of it to get higher.
It's funny that you bring that up because I've questioned this before too. So it makes sense in Dune Awakening when you're like, okay, you got to craft like your first armor. Well, what do you need? Oh, I need some copper ingots, or what have you, and I need some plant fiber, and you put that into a basically a machine, and it creates it, right? That same mechanic worked in Conan Exiles, and I'm like, but you didn't need anything else, and I'm like, what's he doing? Is he like sitting there like weaving a loincloth? I don't out of reeds. I'm like, how does this fucking work? But yeah,
Don't question my loincloth.
yeah, don't question my loincloth. So what are you doing to this bandit? Or
Bandits just, I was going to go for like some kind of like cool, like kind of jump off the tent with all my amazing movement that I have, but fuck it. Just going to slash.
Okay. Yeah, the tent would probably collapse. That is a hit. For 6. And your second attack?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no!
No. I did try to jump off the tent.
Yes, roll a d20.
Damn it. Ugh.
Ooh, that was fucking close. You trip past him and fall and drop your weapon. Wow, so it puts you on the opposite side of him as you swing through. And you take d8 damage as you fall and hit the ground with your face,
Ow.
breaking your jaw. You take 2
Damn.
points of damage.
But I hit like the hardest piece of snow ever?
Yes, there was a rock hidden under the snow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Borman.
I landed on that rock around the fire. I see.
And
Oh, I gotta give you a...
well, let's see. No, this. There it is. Okay. Fine. All right. Yeah. Borman will ethereal step
Okay.
Oops. Over here next to Jackson. And he wants to use one of his attacks to pick Jackson up,
Okay.
help him up.
I will allow that.
And then with his
Hello.
other one,
I was
his other
thinking of
one,
broken jaw.
yeah. And with his other attack, he's gonna. Actually, can he stand in the fire? Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, because you have protection from fire, so you can't be
Yeah,
burned by
I'll
natural
just
fire.
stand right over there and help him up, and then I'm gonna swing at this dude over here and be like,
The
fuck
one on the
you,
horse.
man. Yeah, be
Okay.
like, what the fuck you doing over here, man? And
27 is
27,
a hit.
and so this is plus 2, 8 points of damage.
You rush up on this guy and stab him in the side, and he plummets off of his horse.
That's his turn.
Yep, Goodman.
Yeah. Goodman is Goodman's gonna attack this guy right here in his face.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
What is he gonna do? 13.
I gotta run back over here. Let's see. A 13 is a hit.
5 points of damage,
Okay.
and then he'll swing again.
That's a hit.
Yeah. So plus 3 be 9.
Ouch. So Goodman kind of just pimp slaps this guy with his hammer. Just pull it together, man. Yeah, smacks this guy a couple times with his hammer. Peppermint.
Time to swing.
Okay.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
For 6 points.
Okay. And your next attack.
13
You
to
got-
hit.
That is a miss.
Okie doke.
So Peppermint swings her battle axe, catches this guy, but the horse kind of turns and she misses on her second swing. Dentry.
Dentry will take out Brigand at my 9.
Okay.
Like I just said take out. Like I just assumed that he's gonna die.
You asked him out.
A 12 is
Like,
a
hey,
miss.
baby, what are you doing tonight?
15 hits, right?
Yes, it does.
14? 14?
Yep, you swing and he ducks, and then as he comes back up from the duck, you cleave his collarbone and he falls.
My horse will attack the other brigand.
Okay, you can do that.
I almost forgot that I had my horse.
The horse gets 2 attacks.
Sure does. And it's 2 hoofs at that.
Yes.
So it's like 2 attacks with 2 attacks.
And they're double damage because the horse is enlarged.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay. So that's a d20 plus 2. I'll just roll 2 d20s. No, 1 d20. Because I gotta roll them separate. Okay. 1 attack.
That's a hit.
Alright, that's a d6. I'll just roll the next one too.
That's a miss.
Okay. So 1d6
For 6 points.
for 6 points.
And
And then the next 2 attacks.
yes. 8's a miss. 16's a hit. For 2
For
points.
2 points.
All right, so
Woohoo.
the horse rears up and boxes this guy's face. Man, he is going to see how brave he is. Ooh, he fails miserably. He fails as badly as one can fail. He panics and is going to flee the battlefield. Jackson, Borman, and Dentry get a free attack at +2. Oh, shit. Well,
That's 10 points of damage.
yeah, it doesn't matter. He panics, turns to run, and Borman shivs him, and the guy falls dead.
Right into
Yeah, minus both of his kidneys. The guy just falls to the ground.
right.
Mira.
Mira is mostly just gonna run to get over to Jackson, sensing the pain in the broken jaw,
Yes.
and she can get to just
Jackson's
about
got a
there.
broken jaw. Borman can't eat because he's missing teeth. Okay.
And I'm like, can somebody hand me my shield?
You know, this guy. I'll wait till his turn.
If he survives his morale check, I'm impressed because, bro, like,
Yeah, he's the
everybody's
last
dead
one
to
on the
him.
battlefield. What does Alora want to do? One guy left.
I'll try and kill him, sure. Ooh, 5 doesn't hit.
No. Second attack.
Oh, but a nat 20 does.
Yes, it does.
That's 9 is the max damage.
9 is his max. Okay, he can take 9. But
All right.
go ahead and roll another d20.
Okay. 18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Your dagger hits him directly in the head for... Go ahead and roll another d12.
Hold on.
For an additional 6 points. And he falls off of his horse unconscious.
Oh,
cool.
You basically ended the battle.
Give him
Yeah.
the dopey symbol. And that,
Well, no,
yeah,
there's a guy next to Goodman and,
That's true.
and Mira.
That's true. That was
Oh,
the
yeah, there
last
is a
mounted
brigand.
guy. Yeah, there is one
Yeah.
brigand up here.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
seeing that guy fall, he's gonna stay in it. He's not running. So he he'll swing on Goodman.
AC 21.
26 hit
All right.
for 5 points. Malachi.
Okay. That guy that just. Is the guy unconscious? Does he take a penalty to his saves and stuff?
He doesn't get to make saves.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Blood Harvest on him.
Okay.
So he won't get his save, but he'll automatically fail, and he's going to take 4d4 points of damage.
Yeah, that kills him. I mean,
Right.
he just
I
doesn't.
still have
He
to
simply
roll.
doesn't have enough.
Right. So 7. So half of 7, I guess, is 3.
Correct.
So Mavis and Dentry will take 3 points of healing as I drain his life force, and my allies around me are rejuvenated and refreshed in a most unclean and tainted way.
Nice. Let me.
Then she will shiver as the 6 points come back to him. Or 3 points. Mavis is like, get it off! Get it off!
So
I don't know. Mirror might be in that range too, though.
Yeah.
Anybody within 10 foot is.
yeah, it's a 10-foot radius. So
No.
Would be off of Malachi. You're doing it off Mavis.
oh,
Do it on Mal. Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Mira
That's
cool.
would get some healing back. And it looks like
Wait.
Borman's right at the edge too. So
Oh hell yeah, Borman will take that 3 and it'd be like, oh yes.
yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
it fixes his teeth too.
Oh
That's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it fixes his teeth. He doesn't look like he belongs in a trailer park in
Yeah.
Alabama anymore.
Everybody loves it when the necromancer heals. I know it.
I mean, it's always gross, but not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
Mavis, what would you like to do?
I'll try and help out. Here we go. We're ganging up on this guy.
Yeah, this guy's doomed.
6 does not hit,
No,
and 10 does not hit.
no.
Sorry, everybody.
You swing twice and miss. Jackson.
Jackson.
He's like the last
I'm
guy
the one
with
with the
and
push.
all he's got is a short sword or a regular sword. And he's like turning. Who's coming at me next?
That drive's broken, and you're gonna pay for that.
That is a hit.
Damn,
Ooh. Your second attack.
it's still alive.
Yes, barely. Okay, that's a
How
hit.
about now?
And so Jackson comes up and just slices quickly twice and murders this guy. That is the end of Atli's warband. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Go ahead and discuss where are you going to next? And I will be right back.
Can you put a regional map up
Warband.
before you leave?
Yes, I can.
Stupid warband. What am I doing?
I mean, we're obviously gonna camp out
So
and rest up here.
you guys are right there.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
I guess we're going to this dungeon, right?
I would imagine, yeah. And I will pass the ring of healing around so whoever needs hit points back can get back up to
Yeah.
full within an hour or whatever. It'll be fine.
Right. We sit around, have a sandwich, we eat up. That ring really makes it so we can be full again.
Can you
real
smack
quick.
Mira with it since she can't wear a ring? The stick.
Oh yeah, I can cast spells and stuff because we're gonna camp for the night and I can get all the slots back in the morning. I just don't this way I don't have to do a bunch of math to figure out if we really can heal everybody up or not. Just like
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, we're going overnight. Then don't worry about it. If we're doing overnight, Mira will be fine.
Okay,
'cause-
cool.
She's only down 3.
But
Oh.
what I was kind of hoping is we'll go hit this dungeon and then kind of kick up to go to this giant stronghold up here.
Maybe. We can go to the town and maybe get some intel on what's up there.
Yeah.
Because
I
aren't
like
they
that
being
idea. Know what
Yeah.
we're
or
going
something?
into? What?
We'll at least go
What
to
is
the
this
dungeon.
logical plan that you have?
The plan for me is just traveling as few hexes as possible and seeing as many things as we can.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking that dungeon might be the prime location. Just go straight there, and then after that we can maybe hit the town and do whatever it is we're doing, and then there's that giant stronghold in I just forgot what kind it is. If it's fire giants, I really want to go fuck those guys up.
All right.
I think we could fucking go with the proper spell, stuff. I'm gonna stack my spell book more to buff because God, man, those enlarge and the hastes are fucking golden, dude.
They're
That was
great.
amazing.
Yeah, that
I
That
shrink
really,
back down to normal size and start complaining about how much it sucks to be normal again.
yeah. The view is just so much better when I'm 18 foot tall. Fuck.
Thing just looks so
Was there
boring
somebody
now.
that was resistant to fire damage or something? I'm trying to remember.
I've
Oh,
just got a
some-
frost sword that fucking does +3 versus fire giants. So
Um,
I kind of think that they have big treasure vaults that would give lots of experience. So that's why I want to go fuck off a giant stronghold. But yeah, I mean, it's real easy to talk about it versus going and doing it. But we took the hill giants out pretty easy.
That's true, but they're like the shittiest giants, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's like, what got to do with anything?
Yes, hill giants are the shittiest giants. They are.
Yeah.
But we still
Uh,
did it.
Yeah. So I think we all at least agree that we're going to rest for the night and then head kind of northeast to the Boovrsdalr dungeon.
Okay. All right.
Is kind of and if you don't mind, do we know what kind of giant stronghold Inar is?
You would have picked up rumors, and I even have to look it up.
I think it's fire giant.
I think
what
it's
I
fire
wanna think.
giants. Yeah. Let me take a look though. I'm pretty sure it's fire giant.
If we are going to go
Yes.
fight the giants, we should all get slings.
Yes, NR is a fire giant stronghold.
Yeah.
Why should we get slings?
Because we're fighting a
Because
giant.
that's how you fight giant.
I'm gonna
Oh,
be
okay. I
honest.
heard one.
So the fire or the giant strongholds are placed and described, but they were never a part of this adventure. But of course the dungeon is. So I mean, if you were gonna go and attack the fire giant stronghold, I mean, you're talking about numbers that it would almost be a suicide mission.
Okay, we don't want to do that.
I
We
mean,
don't want to
I
suicide.
don't like suicide personally.
Yeah.
right? I'm personally against suicide. So
Just for me.
if you are camping for the night, you can get back a D6 worth of hit points because.
But we're going to pass the ring of regeneration around until we're all full.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, that ring has come in handy.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we no longer play this bullshit D6 we pass the ring around and
None of the girls
ask
can use that
people
because it's
to
not that kind of ring.
only put it on your fingers.
Yes. That's a rule.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, it is?
Okay, so you guys camp for the night. You can get your spell slots back, and you guys heal up, and you head for Boovrsdalr. So it takes you. Okay. Let's see here. I need to throw a map up. And we're waiting, and there we go. Okay, so go back and copy and paste you guys. Kind of already grouped up. Yes. Oh, and I need to resize that tree. There we go. Back to normal size.
You don't have to make me normal again. There could have been a flaw in the spell, and now I'm forever wonderfully large and in charge. I take that back. Whatever I just said, I take it back. I thought about what I said, and I was like, wait a second. Don't introduce flaws into spells.
Don't worry. I mean, I'm gonna have it to cast again.
That's great.
I see no reason not to have that in. I mean, enlarge just makes somebody so tough, so good. I mean, why would I not have that in my memorization list? I mean, I'm
You don't
wanting
get my
us to
boo
succeed.
thing. My boo
Yeah.
thing gonna get enlarged with me. She my little
I
boo
wish I
thing.
could twin it. Would be great.
Imagine that Jackson, Peppermint, and Borman are probably in Viz. Does anybody else?
Naturally,
Anybody else want to be in Viz?
I don't think so.
Oh, Alora can be in Viz. I know she's got a cloak. What about Goodman? Does he have a ring?
no.
Oh yeah, I have
Goodman
that
kind of.
stupid gin that I have to decide how I want to use his service.
That's true. You've you have the genie in the bottle, quite literally.
That I am slightly afraid to use.
Yeah, Efreet are. I mean, if you didn't get any wishes out of it, though, right?
No, I just got
You?
service. Like
Right.
basically every day, I got like I could do whatever I want. So it was almost like wishes. It was like unlimited wishes.
Efreet are chaotic. So essentially, he's going to treat anything the same way he would a wish. So if you if in saying that if you had wishes and he made a wish and you made a wish, he would interpret that as literally as possible and you know to bad effects for you. Um, in this case, he would treat services the same way. He will, when you ask him to perform a service, he's going to do it as literally as possible, possibly to your detriment, and he's not going to give a shit about that.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So it's more like save it and less like I really need it.
Right,
I
like
think
in the
it's just
middle
for
of a
simple things that
Yeah.
we can fuck it up.
right, like literally in the middle of a big battle. You could put him in and have him wreak havoc, and that's about. I mean, he's not going to care if he uses area of effect spells and you guys are caught in it, that kind of thing. But it could help save the day, kind of situation.
Okay, so be mindful of how I use them, but don't not use them.
Right,
Yes.
right. So you make it to Boovrsdalr. There we go. And it you travel up into the edge of the Skellis Mountains. It is a difficult climb on this side of the western side of the mountains, but have Jackson make a have Jackson make a. I gotta look at range. I guess this would just be a tracking check.
Okay, so just straight tracking.
Yeah. I've had my head buried in Castles and Crusades so much. Wow, you drilled that. I've had my head buried in CNC so much that I had to double check Rangers because I'm used to Rangers not only getting tracked, but they also have a survival skill, which really is kind of more appropriate. But with a OT6, um, you go right to the location that you were described, and it takes you maybe an hour or two, and you find a cave that Jackson believes is likely the location. Now, what you guys know about Boovrsdalr is that this was once a tomb for ancient stone giants, and the rumors that you've heard is that over the millennia, that the stone giant clan of Krovag have lost knowledge of where this tomb actually lies. And the thing that you know about stone giants is that they are they have some of the they have chronicled some of the most advanced history of the known world. They know things that other people do not. So, for instance, up until history starts to get cloudy the further that you go back, and so it is really hard to say that anything is a fact or not before about year negative 400, and even 2 year negative 400. Right now, it's around year 205. So even as the further back you get, these stories and tales or histories that you hear, you got to take with a huge grain of salt. They are, this history that you know is relegated to the realm of myths and legends. For instance, the story about Saint Soman the Archer. Like, was he really married to a succubus? Did he really pull out a magic arrow and jam it in her chest when he discovered that, when he broke through the fog of her charm and kill her? Is that how? And then he was so besought with grief that he killed himself. Was that really something that happened, or was that the morphing of the tale? All of these have some grain of truth to them, but I mean, even today, Saint Valentine's Day is vastly warped from what was St. Patrick's Day is another one, vastly warped from what those individuals actually did. So what is known is that the stone giants probably have written down or chiseled into stone tablets a more accurate history, but it is going to be viewed from the giants' viewpoint. So it may not coincide with what you guys would consider history. It could be or made what you would consider major events, like the story of Saint Soman the Archer. They may not have chronicled at all because they don't care. He was nothing for them. But in any case, they would be the stone giants of the stronghold Krovag would be very thankful to learn the location of Boovrsdalr because they have actually lost that history. And being chroniclers, that is important to them, not to mention the fact that it is their people. And so you make your way to this cave, and Jackson believes that this is the location.
All right.
You can hold on, let me.
Yeah, I know where we're going, y'all. It's this spot. Like, ain't no way it could be anywhere else but here.
Right.
Well, he's the ranger, so
Yeah, why would we not follow his?
Right. Exactly.
Ranger Jackson.
I will just throw you guys up there. You can move your exploration movement rate.
I'm still on the world map.
Ditto.
me too.
Oh, sorry. Got to move you.
It's cool. You don't want
There
us
we
to see
go.
what's happening. You understand?
Yeah.
Now you should be in front of the dungeon.
Yeah.
So you can move your exploration movement.
We know how this goes. Borman goes in first, and then we kind of track whatever trails he leaves us.
Yeah, I'm just I'm getting my hit points right because I keep them on my little
On your
I keep
token?
yeah. On my token, I have my movement speed is the middle, my hit points is the red, and then my armor class is the blue. And so I don't have to go looking at my my stuff.
Okay, well,
But
that's
yeah,
rather ingenious, and I think I'll be doing that now.
It is
and
quite
then
handy.
yeah, and then when you take hit points off, you just type like -6, and it does the math. I'm gonna go up there and look for traps and peek about, see what's going on.
Okay, you do not find any traps, but you do come into a room, or you come to the end. Right back there we go. So this entrance, this is a wide-mouthed cave. It's like 15 feet wide by 10 feet tall. And you can smell smoke, and there's like a faint glow coming from inside, and there are icicles that hang down from the top of this cave entrance. And the passage of the cave, there is a gentle slope. It is slowly going in, deeper into the mountain. But it is, except for this faint glow from the distance, it is pitch black in here. And as you step in, the first thing that you notice is that the interior of the cave is a lot warmer than it is outside. It is enough that ice and whatnot is melting in this cave. But Borman, you come up to this opening, and there is a sulfurous, smoky haze that fills the air and kind of stings the eyes. That will be moving through this room will incur a -1 penalty to any attacks. Um, let's see, from where you are standing, you can see that there is a brazier here, and you can see smoke coming from the south as well. And this is the source of this faint glow. And there is um, these this sulfurous smoke is coming out of whatever is burning in these braziers. You also notice, especially down here, you see that there is at least one, possibly more, of these braziers that are busted and broken. The other thing that you see is that there are some puddles of water on the floor, and you can see that the walls are made of it's like a brick, but instead of mortar, they have been put in and frozen over with ice. But you don't find
Huh.
any traps.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm just gonna.
you do notice that there is a great many puddles of water on the floor.
Yeah, it's I'm just gonna kind of come over here to this one, and I'm going to attempt to put it out.
Okay.
Um,
So
I have a
that
50% chance to put it out by sticking my sword in it.
correct.
So,
No, it does not go out.
all right. Well, then I'm gonna just step up here to this door and check out what's going on. Is it trapped?
No, but it is locked, and you can roll a wisdom ability check.
No,
Okay.
no, I did not.
Okay. Here.
Yeah, we've got to unlock this door. It's the only way to go forward.
So the other thing that you notice, so you notice that the interior of the cave was warmer than the outside, but when you get into this room and you see these puddles of water on the floor, and in the middle of the floor there is what appears to be a large amount of rubble. In this room, it's not just warmer than outside. It's like you are near a large bonfire. It's quite toasty in here.
All right.
Everybody roll a d6.
Roll what?
A d6.
Oh, D6.
Who got that one?
Oh, that'd be Borman.
Okay.
I got
Borman's
two
picking a
sixes
lot.
and a 4. So
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I got 2 6s and a 4. So you're looking for 1s or 2s or something, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Mira got a 1.
Okay. And everybody else is okay. All right. So I gotta find something. And I bet I might have. We got so many.
It's not as scary being surprised when you're invisible.
Right.
It's
Well,
just-
it might be.
it may or may not be, but again, so far I'm kind of like, chances are whatever the fuck is about to make us fight probably won't see me, but gotta look for the best in things.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to search. Let's see. No. Okay. I do not have something in my premiums for that. No. Stop. There we go. Okay. I will use something else. Something adequately creepy. That kind of works. But it needs to be. Everybody can roll initiative.
Wow.
And I will tell you why in but a moment.
I don't know how a 1 minus 1 works, but I got a 1.
A minimum of 1. I mean, I guess you could.
He goes 0 anyway. It doesn't
Yeah,
fucking matter.
Dentry goes 0. So
Yeah, Dentry 0, but Jackson has that negative dex.
right, I would say a minimum of 1, because Dentry and, for instance, zombies. Those are the only ones that I can think of off the top of my head as far as monsters. Always lose initiative.
Dentry always loses initiative.
All right. So in here, let's see. The pile of rubble in the middle of this room surprises Borman, and the noise of it surprises Mira. It is actually a large worm-like creature that is coiled around a clutch of eggs in the center of this hall. And you can see that its back is, from inside of it, is glowing red, and that is what is generating the heat in here. This is a Remoraz. It is an 11 hit dice Remoraz. Borman is surprised. Oh. But
I'm thinking that just means he picks the lock this round,
it
right?
has a 1 in 6 chance of seeing. Nope, it does not see Peppermint.
Good. Whew.
So the Remoraz, having surprised Borman's invisible too. Yeah, Borman's not picking the lock. He was picking the lock, and suddenly this thing starts to rear up, and so Borman is like, "Oh shit." I mean, on your next turn, you could continue to pick the lock. He can't.
Oh no, he'll fight
The
before he does any of that.
The Remoraz cannot. Peppermint and Borman see the Remoraz immediately turn and see Malachi, and that is the surprise round. It can't really do anything to you guys as far as the surprise round goes. What does it say?
Oh man.
There's
Do any of
no-
us know stuff about this creature? Have we heard of it before?
Jackson can make a roll a d6, Jackson.
Boogie.
So, no, Jackson has heard of Remoraz. He knows that they generate heat, but he knows very little else about them.
All right, good enough.
It's hot.
Yeah, he knows they generate heat, and that they live in Arctic conditions. Aside from that, he doesn't know much about them. What's Alora doing with her invisible self? I guess
Probably freaking out.
It does not see. It will not see Alora.
Do I hear it or anything, or am I just?
Oh yeah, I
waltz
mean
in?
you could. I mean this thing is quite large. It on a natural roll of 20, it can swallow. It can swallow somebody whole, of human or smaller size. So medium or small.
Okay. I gotta.
So how's that a
see
large spell coming
something.
along?
Also, something to keep in mind: if it does a bite attack and gets a nat 20 and swallows you whole, it is instantly fatal.
Yeah, sounds
I will warn you
correct.
of that, because there's just nothing but a raging blast furnace inside of it.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna use Witch Lightning.
Okay. That is a good spell, because it'll do a little bit of damage every turn, and does not. It does not require you to continually make attack.
A failed save causes 1d4 damage.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Okay. Oh, being unaffected on a success. Okay, so it needs to do a save versus spell.
Right, and then it says as long as The witch maintains concentration on the spell, so you can't do anything else. You're concentrating on the spell. It will continue to deal 1d4 damage on each subsequent round, allowing a new saving throw each round. A successful save halts the spell attack. So,
All right.
he needs to try to save. He needs a 10 or better.
Damn it.
So he saves.
Okay.
And your
So
lightning
nothing
goes
happened.
off, but it crackles across the chitinous body of this Remoraz worm. Mavis.
Let's see. Where is Mavis? Over here. Okay. You should move up a little bit. Let's see. Mhm. Okay, we will use guiding bolt for that.
Okay. Oh, wait. So there is only one egg in here. Malachi knows that Remoraz eggs can sell to the right person for upwards of 5,000 gold.
That's great.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Okay, I rolled a 6, so 7 points, and then it needs to save to see if it's sparkly.
Okay, so 7 points, and it saves.
Okay, not sparkly, but hurt a
Yes,
little bit.
you tag it with a guiding bolt. This golden beam shoots out and strikes it, and it kind of rears up and is all pissed off, and it I turn it so it looks right. It's going to move forward, and it is going to make a bite attack on Malachi.
Oh shit.
Oof. Watch out, Malachi.
AC 14.
Fuck.
12. Malachi ducks and dodges, and this thing, these large, like, they're kind of insectoid, kind of jaws clamp down and just snap, mere inches away from Malachi. What does Mira want to do?
Mira is not going towards that thing if it's got the jaws of all jawness, because Mira's AC is not high enough to fuck with that. Jackson's like, Mira, this is not the one. This is not the one.
This is not your moment. Okay.
Just got you back. I'm not trying to lose you.
Yeah, we don't want the necromancer to raise you again. That is bound to cause psychological damage for me and you. What does
right.
what does Malachi want to do?
Well, fucker's right up in me, and I am going to. I'm thinking that I need to. I'm gonna activate my fucking robe. What I'm gonna do?
The robe of scintillating colors?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Let me bring that up so that I can look at it again. So much that goes on with this thing. So okay, so it needs to make a save versus spells or stand transfixed 1d4 plus 1 round. You gain a plus 1 to AC. Well, that's always on. Oh wait. Okay,
Nope, it's
so
only
it's plus 1 per round that the The robe is
Yeah.
active to a maximum of +5. In order to maintain the pattern, the character must not move more than 10 feet per round. Casting spells and other actions are possible. Okay, so you activate the colors on your robe, and it needs to make a 10 or better for spell save. No, it
Yes.
is transfixed. I shall
Sweet.
give it a evil eye icon. Yeah, that works. It is
Oh,
transfixed, and you can roll 1d4 + 1 to see how many rounds it's going to be stuck staring at you.
4.
4 rounds, and you will get +1 AC per round to a maximum of +4 while the robe is scintillating. All right. So, actually, though, so if it is hypnotized, that means something else too. Specifically, so let me look at hypnotic pattern. If a hypnotized creature is harmed, the pattern ceases to enthrall it, and it may act the next round.
Okay.
So,
Plan before we attack.
what does Goodman want to do? So there is this stone door up here. There's a stone door here. There's a stone door to the south.
Well, Goodman is gonna. He's gonna kind of come up here and if I don't attack, do I get double movement? Is that
I mean, you can run. Yeah.
okay? Well, let's run the rest. I'm gonna get right here, and that's that.
I mean, you could get right there, and you could literally grab this thing's egg.
Ooh.
Right, but I double movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peppermint is invisible. Or cloaked. What does Peppermint want to do?
Did I backstab this thing? Maybe.
Yes, you could, but that will end its hypnotic pattern.
And Borman's got his frosty sword.
Yeah.
That might be better to use for backstab.
Oh,
I'll
I'll
just
get
steal
my
it then.
backstab too, though. I mean, you doing it won't do anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. It won't unveil you.
You know,
Okay.
Let's see if there
I get a
is-
+1 to my AC every round, and you know, and that'll take me up to a 19 AC before it's all said and done.
I want-
Hopefully, one of you some bitches will aggro this thing.
So backstab is +4 to your to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if there is any additional information.
So it's 24 to hit. Then I don't remember what backstabbing does to your damage.
Doubles it.
Doubles? Okay.
Let's see. It says,
Oh, cool.
huge, sinuous insectoid creature that possesses many legs and bony pair of wing-like fins. Their head resembles those of a centipede with 3 sets of interlocking jaws. They are always light blue in color and have white multifaceted eyes. They are very large, strong, and extremely quick. These beasts dwell in places of extreme cold, but they magically generate intense heat during times of stress, when feeding or when burrowing. They are so named for their ability to produce intense heat, which, when cooled, causes their bodies to become coated in a thick layer of icy rime. They're always hungry. They make their nests in burrows. They're solitary creatures. I was just looking to see what another edition has to say about it. Not a whole bunch. I thought maybe there was a little bit more insight there, but there is not. So, what does peppermint? I mean, are you?
Got 24 to hit on the backstab.
Yes, that is a hit.
And then I rolled max damage. So it's 12 altogether, and then you double it for a backstab. Is that right?
I believe that is correct. But let me double check. I don't know why I have to look this up. I mean,
It is double, but
actually,
Okay,
go and
so
look it
then
up.
yes, doubles damage.
it'd be 24 then altogether, which is crazy.
That is nuts. So peppermint no longer hidden. She sneaks up and backstabs this thing in it. I mean, it's worm-like, so I don't know if it necessarily has a neck, but what would be its, I guess, neckish area. Roll a d4.
Okay, I'm gonna do that on this thing.
Oh no. What weapon did
No.
you use?
Oh shit! It's a battle axe.
You hit the towards the back of the neck, whatever neck portion this thing would have, and your battle axe instantly. I will allow you to roll. What's the plus on that axe?
2.
So go ahead and roll percentage. You want to get 20% or lower.
Oof. All right.
Nope.
Oh, that's a D20.
Yeah, you
I'm
want
sorry.
D100. Holy shit, you got an odd 6. So you hit and do the damage, and immediately the head of your axe starts to glow red and partially catches fire, but it doesn't melt.
Okay. Woo. That was
Jackson,
close.
Jackson, what would you like to do? So,
Did I see that happen?
You see that
Yeah.
happen. You now know that trying to make sure that you don't hit the red hot back of the creature will impose a -2 penalty to attacks, but you won't have to roll a 1d4 unless you miss.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yes, I guess.
Does it have a head?
Yes.
Like an actual Okay.
Yeah, it's like a centipede's
Then-
head.
Alright. Jackson will do that. Go for the which side's the head? It's huge.
Up, yeah, it's up towards where Malachi
Okay.
is.
Going for the head.
So
Not a head.
close, but
Okay.
that is a hit.
4 whole points of damage.
And you did that at -2, right?
Oh shit, no. No, that was a 20 for hit then. Was the damage at -2 or the attack?
The attack, but that's okay. You
Okay,
still
the attack
hit.
is a 20.
Yeah, 20 is
Okay.
still a hit, and you gash its side, the side of its head. It is no longer, by the way, enthralled by Malachi's robe, and
Yes.
you guys have engaged it. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Gentry is like, all right, well, let's see if I can maybe distract it or at least make it harder for the rest of y'all. I'm gonna get over here. Oh wait, that was
distract it.
way too much movement. Sorry.
Distract it with your clanking.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Did I set my? Can you move me? I set myself on top of its name.
Yeah. I will.
I need to be like over here somewhere. I moved way too much.
There we go. There we go. I sent it to the back
Okay.
so that it.
Okay. I'm probably more like over here somewhere because I was back here, so maybe only to here.
Well, if you're
I don't have enough movement.
if you're moving or if you're running, you can do 40 feet.
Okay, yeah, then I guess I'll run to prepare for next turn and get to here then.
Okay. Borman is no longer surprised. It is a new round.
Now, Frostbrand is, designed against fire creatures.
This is not a fire creature. It's not considered elemental or a fire creature.
Oh, okay. Well, my question is because it's like such an anti. Will it take that penalty to possibly melt from backstabbing?
No, because it is immune to. It gives you protection from fire. I mean, this is magical fire, but I would say no.
Yeah, magical fire. I'm just gonna come over here and if I don't think it's gonna, I'll be like, well, Frostbrand is designed for this shit, and so I'm gonna go ahead and run up there and try to miss fucking it up.
Yeah, 13 is a miss. Your sword kind of glances off of the chitinous armor that this thing has. Allura.
Let's. Oh, I'm doing witch lightning still. So if it saved the first time, does it
You would have to cast it again.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it then. Let's cast pain then instead.
All right.
That should be within range. It can hurt.
Yes, it can. This is a oddly specific spell. This is probably one of my complaints about Old School Essentials is that, and this spell specifically is a good example. So it needs to make a save versus paralysis. Okay, so that's fine. But the effects of the spell are any dex bonus to AC is lost. Well, monsters don't have a dex. Characters, NPCs, like named NPCs, would have possibly a dex score, but I don't know. I would say that I don't know. But everything else applies. So let's see. He needs an 8 or better. He saves. So what does that mean?
Stupid saves.
Yeah, this thing saves really.
Yeah, it just.
It was like good saves.
It just saved. It's like screw your spell, and so it saves.
Okay.
And nothing happens. Your spell goes off, but nothing happens. Mavis.
Oh. Okay, Mavis can run up and hurt it at least. Smack it with hammers or whatever.
I mean, Peppermint really did a number on it.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So that's 14.
That is a miss.
Okay.
Her hammer strikes the chitinous plating on this big worm, and that's it. Nothing happens.
This thing's gross.
The Remoraz probably gonna try and bite Peppermint because it did not like getting backstabbed.
All right.
27.
That definitely hits. Yes.
Well, at least she wasn't swallowed whole.
True.
There's that. But it is going to chomp down on her for 19 points of damage.
Oh my gosh, that's really bad. Okay.
Yeah,
You must all be careful.
these jaws clamp down, and you hear Peppermint scream. And
Oof.
what is Mira doing?
Mira is staying the hell back.
Okay, Malachi.
Oh, that's a whole lot of fucking damage
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right there. So
Need to get serious, I guess.
yeah, I'm just gonna have to ask you to make a save versus spells
Okay.
as I do blood harvest.
Fails.
All
What?
right. All right, that's good. So I will do 44, and everybody within 10 feet of me will heal this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He failed the save. Jeez.
So go ahead and do the
I thought this
44
was-
damage.
How about 16, which
and-
heals Peppermint for
Wow.
8?
Yeah,
Thank
Peppermint
you.
gets 8 back, and Malachi kills the
Ah!
Remoraz.
Yeah,
Nice.
heal them 5 bitches with my magic fucking robe.
with,
That was
with your
horrifying.
magic Technicolor bathrobe.
Yeah.
raincoat.
This in
There
its
will be
nest,
no choosing from me.
in addition to a single egg in this nest, and it's probably it's not like a bird's egg. It's got to be like a gross insect, like gooey egg.
Wet egg.
There is some treasure in its nest.
This is a Remoraz egg.
Yes.
It'll keep us toasty all our days.
There are 7 rolls on table F. Who wants to make the first roll?
I don't even think I did anything this combat other than run up on it, so
So each of you gets
Yeah.
2 rolls. One of you gets 3. Ooh, wow! You really drilled that one. I'm gonna give you the best one off of that roll. For, whew, that's a lot. Holy shit! This thing's been hoarding in its nest. For 3,000 platinum.
Love
damn.
it.
Wow.
Got it.
There's one. 44.
Okay, hold on here. I'm adding to your XP. 44 is a success.
Mm.
For 7,000 gold pieces.
7,000 gold. Got it.
It's your
I guess
turn
I'll
now,
roll.
Brian. Yeah.
Brian can take 2.
18. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. For 4,000 electrum.
4,000
Love it.
train.
Yeah.
And I got 2 left, right?
Yeah.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Oh, sorry.
Did Brian roll twice?
No, I just rolled once. Was I supposed to roll twice?
Yeah, you can roll again. And we'll...
Okay. That's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. And Mavis can re-roll that.
Oh, okay. Even worse.
Okay. And you get another roll. There you go. 50. It is a miss as well.
All right.
So that is 6.
That's
we
okay.
need one more roll.
All right. It's my turn to do my second, I guess. How about 16?
A 16 is a success.
I'm sure hope so.
Yeah, if it's not, I'm like, why? Why do we even roll that?
There are 16 gems.
Oh, he's gonna make me do shit. All right,
I will
here we
tell
go.
you how much those gems are worth. They are worth. There are 16 gems worth 10 gold pieces each.
Okay. And we took the egg.
Yes, and you will. It can sell for up to 5,000 gold pieces. When you sell it, if you find a buyer, that would apply to XP. And
Need to
somebody,
find some weirdo that wants this fucking thing.
well, yeah, I mean that would be some kind of magic user somewhere would want this. There needs to be one more, the final roll.
I did
There's another
3.
Oh, you did 3? Okay. Then
Yeah.
that would be all of them. So yeah, that was a pretty good haul for you guys. I think this is probably a good spot to break before we go further in. Let me look at the master map. Well, unless Borman wants to continue what he was doing before he was so rudely interrupted of picking this lock up here.
Hell yeah, I want to pick and open that.
Yeah?
I gotta do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was
Yes.
not locked at all.
Yes. That
Slight
is
misunderstanding.
what level is Borman as a thief?
Oh hell, Borman's the highest. I think he's 9. Hold on. 8 level thief.
8.
Yeah.
Because they're, and again, I might be mixing up my additions.
And that's
Yeah,
bullshit
from
that he's
4th level or higher, he gets read languages. So,
Oh.
with 80% probability. So roll percentage. 39.
39.
So on the door of this stone tomb door is carved in giant runes. You read that this is the tomb of Krufkrus the Wise, and you unlock the door.
What kind of language was it written in?
It was written in giant.
All right. Well, these are giant text, and
Yeah.
this is some
Yeah,
wise
they're like-
son of a bitch.
They're like 12-foot or 5-foot tall letters. The door itself is 12 feet tall and 10 feet wide. And you get in here, and inside this tomb, this door is just a massive slab of stone that had a locking mechanism made of ice. And you get inside, and the walls are similar to the rest of it. You know, it's brick that's been mortared with snow and ice. And you see that there is a 14-foot long sarcophagus built that is standing towards the east side of the room.
Well, I mean, we got to
Gotta
look
peek inside.
inside. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta look for traps and then head over that way. You know? So there, and then, yeah, I'm going to
There's
open the fucker up.
no traps. Inside,
Yeah.
you see that there is the remains of a nearly 14-foot tall stone giant, been dead a long time, and around his neck is a gem encrusted necklace that is sized for a giant. So I mean, this is like, Dentry could wear it as a belt, or Peppermint could
Okay.
have a belly chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
It is worth 1,800 gold.
Okay, so giant necklace worth how much?
1,800.
No, you're
1,800.
Yes. And there is a partially rotting cloth sack at the foot of the sarcophagus.
Gotta look in the sack.
There are
Always gotta look in the sack.
there are 3,000 copper pieces, and the coins are sized for a giant, so they're like the size of a dinner saucer, like a saucer plate.
So, am I writing 3,000 copper or am I writing like something else? Because those are huge coins.
Yeah, there's 3,000 copper pieces worth. I mean, you
Oh,
would,
3,000 copper pieces worth.
you
of
would have to
these coins.
obviously, melt these down and re-mint them, but they are cast for giants.
These would be cool dinner plates for Castle Braun.
If-
Just saying.
Yes.
That or
We don't have
I
to sell
mean,
these. We could keep them.
one of
Mhm.
them proves, you know, one of them proves that we were here, and a giant historian would probably have insight on where this came from and its people,
That is true.
and so it
Yeah.
they might have like commemorative value that if we sell them for an increased amount, it might be something.
For the right person, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So now that you have looted the tomb of Krufkus the Wise, will say we'll break here for this week. Let's divvy up some XP. Or 9.
Oh, shit. I just remembered. I am going to be out of the country next month in July for part of the time. I might be available to play. I don't know because I don't really have like a lot of hard plans. It's more like vacation, so I might be able to give some time during that time, but it'll be a decent length. Wow, that's a lot of XP.
6,182 each.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
That's really nice.
So what dates are you going to be gone? Like the beginning
Let
of the
me
month?
pull that up for you. It'll be middle to end.
Okay.
It's a long vacation though. It's but
Okay. Let me know when we get closer to that, and to remind me, and we can make a decision. Probably what we'll do is we'll throw a couple of NPCs. If you're not able to play, we can bolster with some hirelings.
okay. I'm almost definitely gonna miss the 12th because that's the day we're traveling.
Right.
Unless it's like a late night flight or some crap.
Okay. Yeah,
But I'll let you know closer to.
So I may be out myself in July. Let's see. I will undoubtedly be out Saturday the 19th, most likely, but I'll know more when we get closer. And likely Wednesday to 23rd for Traveler. Because of a medical procedure I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to be down for a couple days. So,
Only getting that penis enlargement, huh?
Yep, finally going for it. I've been saving up my allowance. So yeah. I will make reminders of that when we get closer. We'll probably definitely be out Saturday the 19th.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. So yeah, 6,182 XP each. I'm not
Excellent.
sure if anybody dinged on that.
I think
Still working
I think
on it.
I think Mavis and Alora both level up, but I'm gonna work on it before the game next week. That's usually when I do the leveling up, is
Sure. All
right
right.
before. So
All right. Well, I will see you guys next week for the rest of the dungeon.
all right,
Yeah.
thanks so
Yes, sir.
much.
That was
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Have a good one, guys.
You too.